I didn't, you know, get out and film after I got unloaded and do the walk around and all that. I was trying to get out of Houston before the tropical storm, which actually turned into a Cat 1 hurricane last night. I seen. Anyway, I was trying to get out of Houston before that hit. I was already getting some of the outer rain bands, and yeah, I didn't want to be stuck there, especially, you know, with all the rain. You know how Houston is with hurricanes, tropical depressions, storms, whatever, and flooding. So, anyway, we got out of there. So this load was supposed to be just like right at 11.5, 11.4, 25, 26, something like that. That's what was on the Raycon. That's what was on the bill of lading from the 3PL that I picked it up from. So I get going down the road and I'm like, man, it seems a little heavy. So while I'm getting loaded, I asked the guy, I was like, man, how much do these weigh? I don't know what they are. They're crated up. I have no clue what it is. All I know is it's going to a power plant. And he's like, man, I don't know. Let me look real quick. So he looks it up, and he's like, each crate's like 1,500 pounds. I'm like, okay. So I kind of rock on the crate a little bit, and you can move it, you know, on the pallet. And I was like, nah, it don't seem that heavy, you know. So anyway, they got to load it up. And I start seeing the back end of the truck squat just with the first pallet. And I seen how much strain it was putting on the forklift. And I was like, man, that's a lot heavier than 1,500 pounds. I don't know. Maybe not. So anyway, we get it all loaded up. I start going down the road. It's bucking a little bit more than normal. Like, man, surely I didn't overload the drive. There's no way, not with 11,000 pounds. Even if they were over, say, a couple thousand, just say 15,000 pounds, I still shouldn't be bucking this much. You know, because I'm loaded from the front of the lower deck all the way over the trailer axles. So I was like, man, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So I get down, I'm about 30 miles up the road to the Loves, or no, the Flying J. Man, let me pull in here. I'm gonna roll across the scale real quick just to check. I was grossing 53,860. It's 140 pounds for my portion weight. They had right at 25,000 pounds on the trailer. I'm actually over on my trailer axle, but I'm only over by 140 pounds. So there's one little 76 pound crate. That's what it's listed at. And it's about 70 pounds. I moved it by hand on the very back that I can move up to the on top of the StepDeck, and then I can really I can move one ramp and put it up on the StepDeck, and that would put me legal on my trailer axles. But the problem is that we're trying to get worked out right now. We let the broker know, and it's not the I'm not saying it's the broker's fault, because the bill of lading that I got from the 3PL said exactly what the Raycon said that the broker gave us. So, I mean, you know, all the broker could do is tell us what the shipper told them. So it's not their fault. But they still need to work on a rate, on a new rate. I'm hauling more than double
In half a
weight.
mile, keep left to stay on US 287 North.
I'm hauling more than double the weight of what the Raycon was listed at. Like I said, 11,400 pounds, and I'm like, that's close to 13, almost, yeah, 13,000 pounds extra.
Keep left to stay on US 287 North.
Anyway, Jippus has got me all screwed up this morning. Well, it don't have me screwed up.
Continue on US 287 North for 12 miles.
That's the phone GPS, but the Garmin Jippus had me going up 45, basically going straight from Houston to Oklahoma City, and then cutting left on, or west on 40. Yeah, I think 40. All the way over to Albuquerque and then cutting up to Pomona, Utah. But it was trying to, it was saying my mileage was like 1,680 some miles. So the route you should be taking, logically, would be up 45, cut over on 287, there around Corsicana, 287, basically take 287 all the way up to Amarillo, and then hop on 40. So Garmin was trying to add another like 250 miles to the trip. No, not today, devil. Not today, not today. Anyway.
Tell you everything I've seen, the friends I've made, and then you tell me how you've been. Look a little closer, it's been quite some time. You gotta let me know if I'm out of line. But there's some words that I just wanna hear you say, to put it all straight before this night turns into day, and then I'm on my way. Yeah. Yes, I'm on my way.
Good morning, everybody. So, we got our pre-trip done this morning, and it is chilly over here in New Mexico. However you say the name, Moriarty or something like that. Pulled into the TA last night and got some diesel. Diesel prices were $3.58.9, I believe, and I picked it up for $306.1. Not too bad. So yesterday, we were going back and forth with the broker a little bit. They basically loaded me double the weight, right? So they weren't wanting to come off any more money because they paid full truckload rate for it, which I could see it from the broker side. I mean, You know, if I was the broker, I don't know. I feel like I would help out a little more, but and they did. They come back at me with $200. But what do? You got two options. You either unload it or you fight it. And you can go the route of storing, but do you want to do all that? You know, do you want to deal with the hassle? Because I mean, the rate was pretty decent to begin with. Yeah, it's like $3.30 a mile, and the added weight really don't hurt me on fuel mileage on this truck. Now, it would if I was in a pickup going from 11,000 to 24,000 pounds. But yeah, like I said, you either fight it, you know, go into having to store and all that kind of stuff, or you know, you just accept it for what it is and try to make nice with the broker for, you know, a future relationship, I guess you can say. Hope it works out. It's a nice little motocross track. But hope it, you know, showing her that you're not going to fight it to the extreme. Maybe it'll work out in the long run. Man, I've got to get a new seat. This seat's killing me. Oh, I just don't want to come off the money. $1,000 for a nice seat. I think I was looking at I think it was a Bostrom, or maybe it was a Legacy. I don't remember. Yeah, it was like $980, right at $1,000. I don't want to come off that money. So tired of getting beat around. I passed the Fleet Pride here in Farmington, New Mexico, and they have a new fifth wheel. So $1,000, but I'm tired of getting beat up. I've taken all the slack out of it I can with the adjustment, and it's still, every time you're shifted. So it's time to get a new one. This one is just a little bit wore out. They don't think I could put it on by myself though. It's like 250 pounds. We'll see. He's gonna bring the forklift over, lift it up for me, set it on the ground, pick the other one up, and set it on. So make it a little easier on me. I don't have to manhandle 250 pounds, which I would do if I had to, but why when they have a forklift? Yeah, this one's pretty old. He called Fontaine to make sure the numbers match. Well, to make sure this one, the new one, would work in place of this one. This one, Fontaine don't even make anymore. So this is probably probably, I may be mistaken, but probably the original fifth wheel on this truck. It's pretty wore out. And there we have it, guys and gals. The top plate has been changed. I still got to get the bushings. They didn't have the bushings here. Just checking my lights. So they added the new style bushing, being that I have an older style. The bottom piece that the top plate connects to is a solid bushing, 3 3/4 inch bushing, and they have the new style, which is a 2-piece. So there's a couple other fleet prides that have them. I'll stop by and pick up a set of bushings, and we'll get them changed out when we get home. That way I can use the tractor to pop that top plate off. It's a little heavy. I mean, I'm glad, definitely glad he helped out with the forklift. But didn't take long. It took longer, you know, because he was still having to help other customers and stuff. So he was helping me out by putting it on for me. Technically, he didn't have to do that. So anyway, we're gonna go in and get paid. That top plate was like $1,200 bucks. You know, and I'm always trying to get a deal out of somebody. And I was like, hey man, come on. He was from Louisiana. I was like, we both from Louisiana. Give me that good Louisiana discount. He's like, oh, I will. He said, I'll get someone, so I use someone else's number, I guess, that has a big discount, like buys a lot from Fleet Pride. He's like, I'll use their account discount for you. So it got me down to, I think, right at 920 bucks for the top plate. So save a couple $100. I'm all for that. Anyway, we'll holler at y'all in a little bit. Man, what a difference. Feels like a whole new truck.